wife will take you to your room, and then once you're done, drop your stuff off and just meet us at this table inside of this room over here. Okay. Some of the people that we have coming out to the event, it's going to range from entrepreneurs, business owners, working professionals, active and former military. So it's a wide range of individual, but all of them are coming out here to become stronger and better leaders. You know, there's a lot of people in life that are running around saying that they want to grow, saying that they want to improve, and that they're willing to be uncomfortable and do whatever it requires to get where they want to go, but they're really just lying to themselves. And what I'm excited about is that the people that have came out here are being the example. They're actually doing. They're being the doers. And so I'm excited to see them in action, and I'm excited to see them become stronger leaders for their families and their teams. Moving down, just, so you hear it from me, our mission here at Conquer Quest is to become better leaders for your family and for your teams. Okay, that's the purpose, that's the mission for the next couple of days. We're going to do that with physical leadership lanes by doing a classroom environment and putting you guys in a workshop to work on your personal and professional goals. What that looks like is today you guys are doing your this in brief. Immediately following my brief, Nick is going to go into the details of day 1, which is tomorrow. Today is day 0. And then day 2, which is the workshop day. And then day 3 is your departure. So we're going to get into those details over here.
During the leadership lanes, we're looking to take all of the clients and put them in situations where they have to make decisions and lead others as well as problem solve in order to accomplish different tasks. So what we should expect is really tomorrow, they're going to do a variety of physical events as well as mental challenges. They're also going to have to move through Costa Rica using any assets and resources that they have in order to converse with the language, learn the area, as well as to travel and accomplish the different tasks that we give them.
What I want to highlight here is the learning objectives for you guys. Those are the 4 outcomes that we are looking for inside of you, okay? So what we're driving and getting out of you is 1, effective communication. That's what we want to see from you as a leader. And communication is not just talking one way, it's a two-way street. So it's your ability to disseminate and then make sure your team understands, okay? Then number 2 is your ability to plan and execute. Can you put together a plan, get the team, get them all together, move them, and have them execute that plan and drive results, okay? The third thing is overcome adversity. That's what we're looking for inside of you as well. Can you handle pressure, and can you rise to the occasion? Or are you gonna crumble and break and give into your inner dialogue, your negative self-talk, and quit? And then number 4, we want you guys to achieve a breakthrough in your business, your career, and in life, okay? We want that aha out of you, of like, oh man, I unlocked a new level, okay? I know exactly what I gotta do to get where I wanna go. So those are the key things that we want out of you guys.
This weekend, we're going to have a series of different leaders in order to give everyone a chance to lead and have experience training. Within that, leaders are totally selected at random, and we're going to cycle through them as we continue throughout each event.
So we're going to do 3 teams for your guys' squad today, Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. So Alpha team is going to be Nick.
For some of them, it's going to be very challenging. For others, it may not be as challenging physically, but mentally we can challenge them. And so part of the skill that we have is being able to turn up and down the physical and mental challenges in order to find an optimal place to develop leadership in each individual. So person 1 may be in a leadership lane and we need to ratchet it up. Person 2 may learn better from having it a little bit less intense.
Welcome to Conquer Quest 005.
Okay, so we're gonna line up, we're gonna do a brief warm up, make sure everyone's good and warm. Let's get some calisthenics in.
For this lane, you're racing as your team, so like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. The first person done and the last person done, we average those times together for your team score.
To rise to the occasion, you're here to show up. So let's go ahead and figure out who's here to be an individual and who's here to actually show up.
Be creative. We're not putting a limitation on creativity. That's where success really comes from, regardless of the environment. Think of the wildest fucking thing you could possibly do, and when you brief us, if we don't tell you you can't do it, it's an option.
8:30, we're gonna do the next mission brief for the next leadership. So between now and 8:30, you need to move back to the villa. The next lane will start at 1000.
You might want to take notes, it's up to you, but really it's just more of a discussion where we're going to evaluate, give some feedback on the entire team, and then also the leaders. So the leaders, go ahead and come up here, just stand off to my left side over here. You're a squad leader on the last
During the physical training, there was one small point where I was, I can put my knee down here after Jeremiah was like, if you're feeling tired, you can sit down. But I kind of had a voice ringing in my head from not only myself, but everyone else that had been, talking to us over the event of don't quit, push yourself to your limit, not what other people set for you.
How many of you, when Jeremiah said, if you can't take it anymore, drop to your knees immediately? Don't raise your hand. Why? If Jeremiah waited 15 seconds, do you think you guys could have been able to hold it for 15 more seconds? Maybe 10, maybe 5? Don't let other people dictate your performance. Don't let your environment dictate your performance.
You were trying to gauge how much energy you were gonna save and then try and put it in on the back end. I could just see it, and it could tell when you guys started because everybody's looking at everybody, trying to see who's going faster, who's not. And then towards the end, you start to realize, and this is not as bad as I thought. Take it as 1 rep at a time. That's what you guys should have done. And if you do that, you'll be able to put 100% in every single time, knowing that I gave it my all. That's what this whole thing is, for you to give it your all and then give some more. And give your all again, give some more. Until you get to your breaking point, and then give some more. You guys aren't dead, you're still here getting ready to do the next thing. So at the end of the day, just remember that. Just recommit yourself to doing this because it's gonna unlock another level that you didn't know you had.
Right now is for our squad to do a reconnaissance mission. We're trying to see what access or approaches are available for our vehicles to pull up and park on boats, somewhat like a rubber small craft. Right now we're doing surveillance on local tourists, local habitants, local businesses, seeing what's in the area, what the activity's like. Then we're gonna see what points of approach we can take for us to communicate with our higher element so that they can maneuver, whether they have to maneuver at night or during the daytime, see what the best avenue of approach is.
The third mission of what we were doing as far as finding the buildings, coordinating and collaborating with 2 different teams, I had a good plan, but I didn't implement it well. And I was not expected with how short we were gonna be on time, how the buildings were gonna look alike. I didn't expect all that to just be weighing on me and another person. Really, I believe that it was weighing on me, but I had another teammate. I could have just delegated, like, hey, this is what my team's doing, here's this what your team's doing. That was unexpected.
Even though you lost communication and maybe even didn't realize that the communication wasn't there because you were sending messages and had no idea that they weren't receiving them. And then you had no idea that they hadn't left yet because it looked like that on your phone, right? Because your phone was out of service, so it had them at the last location. And so you're like, yeah, I wouldn't hear anything from them because they're still there. And so even despite complete commo breakdown, you were decentralized. Everybody went out, collected the information, and came back on time because of the planning that you did. So your plan and all the planning you did here led to you having mission success because actually you guys did collect all of the information that we wanted. So you guys literally planned so well in that first phase that even when everything for one of the elements completely went sideways, you still hit as a group all the intel you needed to, and you were back here on the time. So like on a very condensed timeline lane, you had mission success, even though how we got there, once we left and executed, was kind of a shit show.
All right, so here's the deal. We're not done yet. So you're going to keep the same leadership, and you got 5 minutes to go up, change, and come back down for PT. Go.
5 minutes, go.
Everyone's here? It's the first time hack you've hit all day. Get in the push-up position. Down. Up. Recover. Get on your feet.
Get up, fast, move.
Here's your next mission. Enjoy dinner. Congratulations, you finished. Hold on, hey, hold on. There's a reason why we did that. So, real life. So day one of the Q course for me, it's called Student Company. You go up and you basically get smoked for months, depending on how long. Day one, we showed up with 180 guys. 120 quit on day one, and 40 of them dropped in the last minute because they told us after an 8-hour smoke session that we were gonna sign out to go to Christmas leave. It was the day before Christmas. We came back in nice clean uniforms after we got destroyed, and they said, sterilize your uniform, you're going back out. 40 dudes quit right then and there. All their SF careers were completely done and shut off because they didn't want to go out one more time. That's why we do this stuff. It's just to tell you, don't ever let the environment or anyone else dictate what you really want. 40 guys, 120 guys total, they all quit in total throughout the day, and only 60 went on to go to selection, and not everyone made it, but those 40 guys quit just because we did something like this, and they never got a chance to go. Their SF career, everything they fought for was over just because they quit right then and there. So this is more of a lesson like, don't be afraid of the unknown because you never know what it's gonna be like. It could be, how many imaginations went going like, how bad is this gonna fucking be right now? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's the thing. You let your imagination dictate how you're gonna feel. And it could have impacted your career if it mattered, maybe not, but just know that that happens, so don't let it happen, all right? But congratulations, end of day one, go enjoy dinner.
Today's focus is the science of dream achieving. Okay, so we're gonna talk about business and life today. And the goal, the intent, is to help you guys create a breakthrough in you.
When I had my breakthrough running towards the beach, at one point I entertained the idea of quitting, but I continued to push forward. I didn't allow that to be an option, but I was able to regulate that and just keep pushing and moving forward and completing it in a good amount of time.
Jeff, Josh, and then Lewis, they're gonna come up here and I'm gonna do like a Q&A with them and ask them specific questions and hear their personal story, and then you guys can ask them questions at the back end.
The past 2 days, I've learned a lot in such a short amount of time than I could have in over a month, a few months actually. There were so many lessons that were given in each phase, each mission, that I can implement in my personal and professional life. It was definitely it was mind-blowing.
The breakout rooms are small team meetups that we're gonna do with the panelist or the expert. And then we're gonna do a discussion about what you learned from the breakout room, or your takeaways.
Biggest takeaway for me was the problems that you are having are a lot smaller than you make them. You're the one making them big and putting them on that pedestal when you should be putting yourself on the pedestal. And just being creative of how to get around those problems, because there's usually an easy solution you're just not seeing.
I would definitely recommend this Conquer Quest to anybody and everybody. It's totally worth the money. I would probably come to everyone if I was available to it.